Assalamu alaikum, dear students. Welcome to the class of Islamic Banking and Finance. Today is our fourth lecture of Islamic Banking and Finance. Today we will discuss the equity-based financing or profit and loss sharing modes. Today's lecture is regarding the sharing of profit and the sharing of loss, how partners become to make a business venture, to invest in a project, or to make a company. On regarding these equity-based financing or profit and loss sharing modes, we will discuss musharaka, two main topics, the musharaka and mudarba. In musharaka, we will discuss sharing equity or business partnership or joint venture. All are the same. Sharing, equity business partnership or joint venture. Three of are the same. Next topic is mudarba. In mudarba, we will discuss trustee, limited investment partners. Let me start with the very first topic of today's lecture, equity-based financing. That is equity-based financing. Under Islamic banking, there are two main fields of financing. One is equity-based financing and the second is debt-based financing. Equity-based financing is called profit and loss sharing modes, and debt-based financing is called not profit and loss sharing financing. Not profit and loss sharing financing means no profit and loss sharing financing. Debt-based financing means no profit and loss sharing financing. No profit and loss sharing financing or debt-based financing will be discussed in the lecture 5. Today we will discuss only the equity-based financing. These most modes of financing primarily differ from conventional financing due to their avoidance of interest. The conventional banks or conventional financing use or imply the interest, but in equity-based or debt-based financing will not involve any type of interest in their businesses or in their financing. Equity-based financing means profit and loss sharing has two types. One is musharaka. In musharaka, sharing or equity business partnership or joint venture, and next is mudarba or trustee or limited or investment partnership. Let me start with the first topic, which is musharaka. Musharaka means sharing or equity business partnership or joint venture. All are same. Musharaka simply call the two or more partners come together and contribute funds in a partnership. Partners share in the profit or loss of a joint venture. This is called musharaka. Musharaka is the type of business where all partners share the same profit and loss according to their investment percentage or contribution are based on their contribution investment. So the profit returned to each partner should reflect the actual profit made by the enterprise as opposed to a set income. Partners may contribute cash or asset towards the partnership. Their contribution ratio should be determined according to the value of asset. The profit ratio is determined according to the agreement of the partners and not necessarily according to their capital contribution. As they agree, the profit and loss will be shared on the base of their agreement. This could depend on how much each partner contributes to the partnership. Now, what is their agreement? Agreement is based on their contribution to the partnership beyond their capital share. However, the loss must be determined according to the percentage of one's share in the investment. Scholars agree percentage of one share in the investment. Scholars agree or ijma on the equal division of loss in accordance with the ratio of each investor. Clear? Equity partnership or joint venture, you can see in this chart. In this chart is very best example, a living example for the musharaka. You can see investor A and also investor B. Investor A shares $10 million. It becomes 25% in a business venture. Investor B invests $30 million, which becomes 75% contribution to the business venture. It means that investor 1 or investor A has 25% contribution to the business venture, and investor B has 75% contribution to the business venture. When the business venture make profit of $10 million, so what will be the sharing of this profit? According to the contribution of their capital, according to the contribution of their agreement, investor A will get $2.5 million profit from the $10 million. It becomes 25%. Why? Because investor A has invested only 25% in business venture. It means that investor A has only invested $10 million in a business venture. So he will get profit according or based on their investment of $10 million, which is $2.5 million. The investor B has invested 75%, which is $30 million. So investor B will get $7.5 million out of $10 million, which becomes 75%. So this is a musharaka, this is a equity partnership or joint venture. In joint venture or in equity partnership, both of the investors, both of the partners will get the profit based on their investment agreement. And what is their investment agreement? 25% share of the investor A and 75% share of the investor B. It means that investor A has contributed to the business venture 25%, and investor B has contributed to the business venture 75%. According to this contribution, they will get profit, that is 10 million. So out of $10 million, 75% will get investor B. It means that 75%, $7.5 million are the part of investor B, and 25%, which becomes $2.5 million profit, it is the part of investor A. Next is musharaka's example. You can see in this table, investor A has contributed $100 or 100 rupees, which becomes 10%. Investor B invested $300, which becomes 30% of the business venture. Investor C has invested $600, it means 60% of the business venture. When outcome 1 comes, it means there is $200 profit. Then how will be distributed this $200 profit to the all of 3 partners? So based on the contribution, partner or investor A will get $20 because he has only 10% contribution to the business. Investor B will get $60 because he has contribution of 30% in the business venture. Investor C will get $120 because he has invested 60% in the business venture. If we look to the outcome 2, there is loss of $100. So investor 1 will be minus with $10 because he has only 10% contribution to the business. Investor B will be contributed, will be minus with $30, subtracted with the $30 because he has 30% share in the business. And investor C will be subtracted with $60 because he has 60% investment or 60% share in business venture. Profit arrangement ratio is pre-agreed at the start. 10, 30 and 60. 10 investor 1, 30 investor 2 or B, 60 investor C or investor 3, or it could be 15, 30 or 55. Based on investors' involvement in the business management and other relevant factors, for example, experience, skills and so on. It is based on another things. However, loss must be shared in proportion to contributed capital in the case of 10, 30, 60 and cannot be changed. Home purchase. Diminishing musharaka. Diminishing musharaka means decreasing musharaka. This method can be used in purchasing property or assets such as machinery for a factory. For example, under a diminishing musharaka contract, the bank or financer and the client become partners. The client or the customer and the bank or financer will become partners in a project. The client must provide a significant amount of funds, for example 20% to purchase the house with the bank. The bank in this case owns other 80%, which is the client will pay over time in installment, mean deferred payments. Since the client will be living in the house, they will pay on top of the installment a certain percentage, for example 8% in rent, ijara, to the bank for the share the banks own. Over time, the client will own more equity in the house until it is completely bought by the client, while the rent will decrease as the bank's share diminishes. Example you can see in this slide. Home purchase. Bank sold a house to the customer. Customer paid 20% price to the bank. The bank will receive 80% price in some future time in different times, in deferred payments. Transfer of ownership will become from customer to the bank. The price will be transfer of ownership of price will become from customer to the bank, and the transfer of house or transfer of home from bank to the customer. You can see in this chart ownership percentage. Bank is now 80% owner of the house, but customer is only 20% owner of the house. Why? The customer paid 20% price of home to the bank. Bank is still receiving the 80% more price from the customer. So as time passes, bank will be decreased by the ownership by 10%. Now the bank is 70% owner of the house or of the home, and customer will be increased with the ownership by 10%. Now the customer is 30%. As time again passed, it may be 1 year, it may be 1 month, it may be 6 months, it may be 9 months. It is based on the agreement of the client or customer with the bank. As time passes, 1 month or 6 months or 1 year, the bank will be decreased with the ownership by 10%. Now bank is 60% owner and the customer is increased with 10% ownership. Now the customer is 40% owner. As time passes, the bank will become 0% owner of the home, and the customer will be 100% owner of the home. This is called the diminishing musharaka or musharaka mutanaqisa. Musharaka mutanaqisa, diminishing musharaka. Bank's participation diminishes over time until customer becomes sole owner of the property. So this is an example of diminishing musharaka. Next topic is mudarba. In mudarba, we discuss trustee or investment partner. Such a contract requires one partner with the fund known as Rabbul Mal honor of wealth, and one partner is the mudarib, which is entrepreneur or fund manager. It means that in mudarba, the owner invests money only. Owner invests money only, and the manager manages this money in the business venture. This is called mudarba. It means that this is not same like such as musharaka. In musharaka, there was contribution of all of parties, all of partners, all of investors. But in mudarba, there is only one person owner of the wealth. One person invests money in the business, and another person manages this money, manages the business. That is entrepreneur, who is fund manager. There can be more than one mudarib to work together. It is not necessary to be only one person to manage the business. There can be more than one person. There can be 10%, 20%, 30%. Such we call organizations. Mudarib to work together as partner with the Rabbul Mal. So Mudarib is partner with the Rabbul Mal. Rabbul Mal provides money to the business venture, and Mudarib provides its activity, its operations to the business, management to the business. If the business or project is a success, the profit is shared according to pre-agreed ratio. As they agreed in the agreement, so the profit will be shared with both of them, with Rabbul Mal and with Mudarib, on the base of pre-agreed ratio. Typically, the Rabbul Mal bears the risk of losing money. It is simple. It is common sense. Everyone knows that Rabbul Mal will bear the risk of losing money in the business, while the Mudarib loses time and effort if the project does not bear fruit. If there is no profit, there is loss. So loss will be shared with the owner of the business, who is Rabbul Mal, owner of the wealth. But Mudarib, who is entrepreneur or fund manager, he will bear only the efforts he lost and the time he lost in the business. The Rabbul Mal may specify where they want the Mudarib to invest their money. Al-Mudariba, Al-Muqaida, specific or restricted Mudarba. Example, specific type of business of place. Otherwise, the Mudarib is free to invest where they best see fit. Al-Mudarba, Al-Mutlaqa, unrestricted or general investment. Mudarba, unrestricted by time, by place, by activity, and so on. So this is called Mudarba. Mudarba example is here. You can see the slide. You can see a chart. Share of profit. Profit will be shared on the base of their pre-agreed ratio with investor and Mudarib entrepreneur. Entrepreneur is managers, and investor is capital provider to the business venture. When profit is gained by the business venture, the profit is shared to the investor and to Mudarib. Investor will get profit and Mudarib also will get profit, but on the base of their pre-agreed ratio. Profit cannot be fixed amount for profit and loss sharing financing, but must be determined by a pre-agreed ratio. In case of loss, the investor loses capital and the Mudarib loses time and efforts. In this case of proven negligence by the Mudarib may be liable for capital as well. Clear? Thank you so much. This was our today's lecture. I hope you got the message. We will discuss debt-based financing in the lecture 5 in the next class. For now, you can study the equity-based financing in today's lecture. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. Goodbye. Have a nice time and have a nice life.